I've come down to follow the Sunrunner down 1st Avenue North, and I'm starting at 6th Street. It's coming up and pulling up to the station behind me, and I'm going to see how busy the Sunrunner is. It's Sunday, 2 days after its grand opening, and no customers at the first stop I'm looking at, which is 1st Avenue North and 6th Street. He is pulling in, and no one is getting in or getting out. So I'm going to wait for him to come because I understand he can change the stoplights. And I think I'll try to follow him and see what happens. So we just found out that this brand new BRT that has been under construction for a good 2 years here in St. Petersburg is now the bridge to nowhere, because the 41-mile proposed BRT across Tampa Bay crashed and burned on Friday when the board for BRT announced that they're going to discontinue and disband, since they have not been able to produce anything in years of its existence except to cover payroll. Now if you look, you'll see it coming. There it is, right there, going by. Well, I don't see the stoplight having green light. That was one of the big things, is that it was going to have priority on the stoplights. So that's not working. Maybe it's because it's Sunday. I don't know. But this was supposed to be one of the things about the rapid transit, was no stoplights. Okay, we're just waiting. He is pulling up and inching up a little bit. Okay, here we go. So let's see if maybe the next light he's able to have priority on the light. Like an ambulance or a fire truck is how it was sold to us, even though we didn't get a chance to vote. Okay, this light turned green. He's pulling up to the next station. No people. So I'm going to pull over here and see what happens. And you can see he's pulling up. And let's see what happens. Okay, the door is opening, so maybe somebody's... Oh no, the door is shutting. Okay, so keep on going. And you see they have a dedicated lane. So nobody else can get in their lane, so they can go... Oh, that's interesting. The light's turning red just as he's going through. So that is not working at all. So let's see here. Is this another stop? No, not quite yet. Yep, it's coming up though. It's crazy. This is so crazy. Okay, so he's got another stop he's coming up to that he's going to pull into. Looks like there might be a person there. Let's see. I did notice that there were 2 people at the first stop that had Sunrunner t-shirts on, so I think they're actually paying people to be stationed there. No, here's a man. He's got a bike, and he's getting on. So I can't stop here. I don't have enough lanes. So I'm gonna have to just kind of inch along. Let's see if I can find a place to pull over up here. Here's a place right here. So here he comes. There he goes. Let's see. Now the light was already green, so you can't say that he did it. In fact, he didn't, because now the light is turning red. So, now what's he stopping for? This is interesting. He seems to be stopping for no reason. I don't know. There's way too many stops. What's he had? I think one customer so far. 2 days after the grand opening, I might add. Here we are coming now up to 1st Avenue North and 22nd Street. And again, he's got the red light. So that's priority is not working. I actually thought that if I did this, I could just slide right along with him and catch the green lights, but nope, that's not happening. It doesn't appear to be anybody at the station waiting. However, there's a lot of very expensive artwork that has been done at this station, just like the rest of them in St. Petersburg. Okay, now he's stopping. Let's see what he's gonna do. He's stopping. He's stopping. He's opening the door. He's closing the door because there's no customers. Okay. Here we go. Continue on. It's a beautiful day. Lots of people. Downtown was very busy. I went through downtown before I started this. All kinds of people downtown on the streets, shopping and so forth. And it is also a beautiful day to be at the beach, and it's Sunday when people would not be working, so it's a ideal day. 2 days after the grand opening, 1 day after the huge story in the newspaper, and also on the news, television, and so forth about this new bus rapid transit from downtown St. Pete to the beach and back. And I will say, look at all the traffic. See, we all have to be in this. It's actually beginning to stack up. The traffic's beginning to stack up because we don't have the capacity. Oh yeah, now we're stopping with a green light, excuse me. The traffic is stopping because we don't have enough roads. We have given up so much road space. A third of the capacity on 1st Avenue North, 1st Avenue South, all the way out to St. Pete Beach. And now let's just see. No passenger. Another stop, no passenger. And on he comes. I'm going to pull over and let some people pass me because, I got somebody wanting to turn. Okay, that's not working. So, okay, here we go. We have the green light. Only because we do have the green light. It wasn't because he made it happen, I can tell you. So here we go, continuing on. First Avenue North, we just crossed 34th Street. Now we're at 36th. And the next stop will be an entire block that all the homeowners have lost the parking in front of their home. You can see the people have lost their parking for this bus to have this bus stop where there is, once again, no customers. No customers. So here he comes. He's coming back through. I'm going to pull over. Here he comes. Sorry. I think he knows that I'm following him. He stopped. He's staying back at that last platform. I think he knows I'm following him. I don't know if you can see him. I can't tell if I've got him in the camera lens. Let me look. Can't tell. Yeah, here he comes finally. Sorry, I know this is a crazy video, but it is documenting the big opening weekend of $45 million and the loss of 2/3 of our road capacity without a vote by the public and against protesters and angry homeowners and angry citizens that live in St. Petersburg, Florida, who have lost the most functional east-west corridor in St. Petersburg, Florida. Between downtown St. Pete and the beach, we have lost a third of the capacity. You can see here, he's got a third of the street. We're down to 2/3. In fact, if you look, you can see where it says on the road, maybe you can see it or not, it says bus only. And you get a ticket for being in that lane. Okay, now he's getting ready to pull into, and look, red light. And he's getting ready to pull into the next stop right there where the folks have lost all their parking for this bus stop. Oh, he knows I'm doing it. And there is a person there with a t-shirt on who works for the Sunrunner to assist all of the customers who are not there to get on the bus. I'm going to pull over this side of the road because you see, if there's no boarding, then there is still parking on the south side of the road. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but you can see this red lane right there, and it says bus only. So here's parking in front of these people's homes, which there is in some of this area no alleys. So when they took their parking, they took their parking. There was no more parking. Then you have 2 lanes. Now here he comes, and he's going to go by, and you'll see it from this perspective. He's coming down. Here he comes, which, by the way, he did not pick up anybody at the last stand. And, of course, look at this. This is just neighborhoods here. Okay. So he's certainly going, let's see, I'm going 51, and I can't even catch up with him. So he is flying down through here. You can see I'm going 49 right now. Speed limit's 40. So I guess the rapid part is that he breaks the speed limit. Here comes another station at 58th Street and 1st Avenue North. Oh, look, the light actually turned yellow as we are approaching. Here's one guy with his bike getting on the bus. I'm almost losing track. I think there's been 2 customers, maybe. The second day after the grand opening and after all the publicity. By the way, it's free. It's free for 6 months. So it's free. It's had nothing but publicity, ribbon cuttings, and it's a beautiful weekend. The temperature is 85, clear skies, no customers. We're talking, I mean, I wouldn't even want to do the math as to how much it is costing us to give these 2 people that I've seen so far a ride. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can catch up with him. And you can see this far out, there are no cars out here. So this was sold as relieving the traffic. In certain parts of the area, it's just neighborhood who have now lost their parking. Whose biggest misfortune on a lot of these people, you can see the homes, is that they lived between St. Pete and the beach. And so they've lost their roads and their parking if they happen to also live where there's a stop. Okay, now we're actually coming to the end of 1st Avenue North. So we've gone all the way down here to South Pasadena, to Pasadena Avenue, which is also the same story. Now you see he's turning. So he's going to be turning. I'm going to get in the lane and turn with him, because I'm allowed to do that. So here we are. We're going to turn and go to South Pasadena, where they also have lost a lane in each direction in that small town. Oh, we're coming up to a bus stop. Nobody there. Nobody there. So even the people behind me, we don't really know exactly what to do, because he has a bus stop right here. There's nobody at the bus stop. But you can see we have paid thousands of dollars for the artwork on this bus stop. And you see it says 66th Street. Here comes 2 people. Well, I don't know if they're getting on the bus or just walking by. We'll see. No, it looks like they're getting on the bus. Oh, and the one person who just got on with their bicycle is getting off. So he could have rode his bike easily. And so much for the green light. It's turning red. Now we're going to South Pasadena, which is has the unfortunate fate of being a little town in between St. Pete and the beaches, who also lost their roads. Which during season, all of these roads are just jam-packed with vacationers. And the locals always have so much trouble during season, which we're not in season yet. So the real inconvenience and traffic jam, gridlock, will be, I believe, in January, February, March, when people come down here to enjoy this weather and the beaches. And the first thing they do is rent a car at the airport. And our roads are always packed at the beaches. But now we only have 2/3 of what we used to have in the way of capacity. See, look, we're sitting at a stop sign. This guy's supposed to get the green light. That was a part of the whole pitch. Bus, rapid transit. Imagine if this was an ambulance. Okay, here we go. This has also had a big impact on businesses out here who they put stops in front of their businesses and took away their lanes and their parking that was in front of their businesses. Here, this is a good shot. So this is South Pasadena Avenue as we're coming into the little town of South Pasadena. Okay, we're coming to a stop. I think I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably doesn't matter because there's no patients. There's no customers there, so he's not going to be losing too much time at this stop. There you can see how many riders he's got there. None. I don't know how we're going to organize the effort by citizens to monitor this, because this is ridiculous. But no surprise. I mean, honestly, I think it only goes downhill from here. This is the grand opening weekend. I'm now going to cross the bridge over into leaving Pasadena. I'm going over into St. Pete Beach, the city of. And here's a bus stop right here. Oh look, and if you look across the street, there's another empty bus with no customers, because this thing goes every 15 minutes. And there's 7 of them. So here's the bus stop right here. Nobody there. And the guy across the street that was going the other direction in another bus, he too had no customers at the bus stop. I'm going to go ahead and drive up to the next bus stop. I'm going over the intracoastal onto St. Pete Beach proper. Here's a beautiful intercoastal out to the Gulf. Boca Ciega Bay on the other side. So I'm going to go up here and see where the next stop is. And yep, here it is right here. So we'll see if there's anybody waiting. Oh, look. Nobody. I might as well drive ahead and see if there's anybody. And then if you look across the street, you see there's nobody at the stop across the street either that would be going the other direction, coming from the beach. Okay, so he's somewhere behind me. So I'm just going to keep going because the rapid part of this has been lost on me. I'm ahead of him. And he's stopping for no customers. And here's the crazy part too. There's more PSTA transit service coming up down the road, which is the trolley, which is a trolley that goes back and forth between St. Pete and the beach and has for years. There it is. You can maybe see it turning down there. And then a regular bus, I think, which is not the Sunrunner. So it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. All of this PSTA transit service. Nothing but a job placement organization, that's all. Run by the SEIU, and that's the truth. So here you see the bus sitting there. He's just killing time. Look, he's standing. The bus driver is standing out there on his phone. Oh, gosh. Okay, so now I've turned. I'm on Gulf Blvd on St. Pete Beach, and I'm going to drive down to the next bus stop and see if anyone is waiting on the grand opening maiden voyage of the Sunrunner on Sunday, a beautiful fall Sunday with all the hype and media that you could hope for to the grand opening maiden voyage of this new transit service. Look, the bars are plenty busy. Businesses are busy. But they're driving their cars. I don't even see this oh, there's no stations. No stations. I think you have to go all the way down to the park. Yeah, so there's no stops for it because the people in St. Pete Beach were so angry over this that they would not allow them to stop. I actually kind of forgot that. So the Sunrunner, once it gets on Gulf Blvd, doesn't have a stop until they get to the park. It's behind me. I see it behind me. Yeah, it's right behind me. I'll see if I can, I don't know whether you saw it or not. So it's just running down Gulf Blvd with no stops until it gets to the, and I think it's right here. Let's see, is this? No, this isn't it either. I'm looking for the park. Oh, I know, the park is across the street from Public Shopping Center. So he has no stops until, this is ridiculous. Here it is right here, the Sunrunner. So here's the big destination point. Okay, I could be wrong. So let's see what happens. I can turn in, I think, let's see. Oh, shoot. There was nobody there. So let's go down here and see. Let's see. This might be the spot. Yeah, here it comes. So this is the stop here at the beach park. Yeah, here it is. Trolley. So you see it says buses only, Sunrunner. Now here's the trolley pulling in. There's already a Sunrunner bus there, sitting there. And the one's behind me. So here's this one. And there's another one coming in. And there's somebody that has got on a Sunrunner t-shirt standing in there talking to the driver, if you can believe it. Do you see that? They're standing there talking. There's no customers, and there's another bus getting ready to pull in. So there is 3 buses, and look at the cars. Look at the cars that are here. Nobody's riding this thing. Oh, golly. Oh. Look at the cars. So to sum it up, and I'm gonna just head back over to St. Petersburg and call this a good, fair report. A good, fair report. Because there ahead of me is one Sunrunner. Behind it, oh geez, look at this. Behind it is the trolley. And behind the trolley, right down there, is the second Sunrunner that is backed up on Gulf Blvd because there's so many PSTA vehicles stacked up with no customers, and the people are talking. Oh my God, this is absurd. Oh, and then, better than that, even there's PSTA employees out here. Ridiculous. This is so totally ridiculous. I'll wait for the light to change. So there's one pulling out to make room for the trolley. And then that makes room for the other, look at this, Sunrunner to pull in. Where I'm sitting right here, there are about at least 15 PSTA employees, which is not just the drivers, but also people in t-shirts that I assume are some kind of PSTA Sunrunner ambassador. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So it's Sunday afternoon, 5 o'clock. Ridiculous.